Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, we talk about all things fandom, and we talk about them in a positive way. If that's something that appeals to you, you know you've come to the right place, and we're so happy to have you here. This is normally something Saturday, but it is Christmas Eve tonight, so we wanted to wish everybody happy holidays, Christmas Eve from us to you. And if you haven't watched all of the movies that we've recommended yet, and you want to do that, the videos are all on the channel. You can check them out. And even check out last year's recommendations. There might be some to find there that we didn't talk about this year. Also, just to close up the Christmas season, I wanted to give you a few honorable mention ones that I watch every year that I didn't get a chance to talk about this year, unfortunately. So let's jump right into it. Okay, this is Max, and he is Miko's older brother. Now, I thought we'd have him jump on camera while we talk about these movies that we didn't get to talk about, because he don't get to be on camera too much, and it's, he prefers to be off camera, but actually he just wanted to come on and say hi and say Merry Christmas to everybody. He was looking at me over there. So, let's jump into this, Max. We have Santa Claus with Tim Allen. And it's got 3 movies that are all pretty decent. They're actually considered to be classics. 2022 actually brought us a series on Disney Plus, and you can actually watch that on Disney Plus as well. I let Max down to go and hang with his brother Miko for a little bit. And if you hear the furnace in the background, I'm sorry. It's been kicking on like crazy because it's been cold. Like I said in the last video, I really hope it's not disturbing. We have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer as my next recommendation. And the reason I recommend this movie is because it is one of those movies that I think has a lesson that could still be learned today. You have a lot of people talking about bullying, and you have a lot of that going on in the world where people feel bullied and people feel let down and people feel ostracized. The movie Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, at least for me, growing up with Tourette's and feeling sometimes like I was the misfit, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer always spoke to me in a certain kind of way. It allowed me to realize that my differences could also be my strength. So I can't really say whether I think that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is offensive, because I know it's not offensive to me. If anything, it helped me to cope with the fact that I had Tourette's at Christmas. Every Christmas I would watch that movie and I would see myself in Rudolph, the one that was getting made fun of for things that they couldn't control. And then all of a sudden, Santa needs him. And what are you going to do? Someone needs you to do something. You have the opportunity to change the world for the better. You have the opportunity to be the hero. Do you take it, or do you hold a grudge against the people who have mistreated you? It becomes a morality issue in a way. And I think that Rudolph chose the high ground in this, and he really did show them that, hey, I can forgive and forget. This is who I am, and you can like me for me or whatever, but I will help you when you are in need. And that's always kind of how I look at life. I'd rather help people when they're in need than to have them like me on the regular. I mean, I hope that everybody likes me, but it's not always the case. So if you're looking for a good moral story, I feel like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer hits the mark there, because although the people ostracize him and tease him, he chooses to help them in the end. And I think that's an important message that we all need in today's world. Now, next up is Elf. And Elf is a modern day classic. If you have not seen the movie Elf, Buddy the Elf comes from the North Pole. And he's not really an elf. He's adopted. He finds out he's adopted. He comes to New York to find his dad. And when he finds his dad isn't really what he wanted. His dad is on the naughty list. And the movie is hysterical. I won't give away too much of the plot because I know as of even this year, I know a lot of people haven't seen this movie. And if you have never sat down and watched Elf, either because you don't like Will Ferrell, or you don't like Zoe Deschanel, or you're not a James Caan fan, or whatever your reason for not watching this movie, put that aside and actually sit down and watch this movie because it is really funny. It is one of Will Ferrell's best. And last is the first two Home Alone films. If you haven't watched the first two Home Alone films by now, you definitely owe it to yourself to do so. The first one is truly a classic. The second one takes the same joke and runs with it again in an even more violent and hysterical way. Although the first one is the better film, by a lot of people's standards anyway, by a lot of people's opinions, the first one is the better film. I find that the second one does have this charm to it. It has a certain charm, although Kevin becomes a little bit more unlikable in it than he did in the first one. But that's okay because he's a kid. And ultimately, he learns his life lessons through the ends of these movies. He learns that family is important. And that's a good message to have every year as well. So the first two Home Alone films are definitely on my list of things that you should be watching this year. As always, make sure you're leaving a comment in the comment box. It definitely helps our channel, and we appreciate hearing from each and every one of you. Even if you just dropped by our comments to say Merry Christmas, we appreciate all of you. And we look forward to sharing many more videos with you. And speaking of sharing, Christmas is the time for sharing. So go ahead and share this video with all of your friends so that they can be a part of our conversations as well going forward, and even for this one. And don't forget to hit that like button because it's free. So hit that like button. And Miko says we need more subscribers. And you don't want to disappoint Miko. Or Max, by the way. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single video we do. Then at the end of the day, friends, especially during the holidays, when you need people around you who actually care, when you need family, remember, fandom is family. Merry Christmas, everyone.